Good evening, Marcus here. And I just found out my tablet's camera has a weird feature where it speeds everything up and subtracts the volume. And while it's recording. Not an option for editing. Well, no, it might be, but nope. I apparently had my camera on the wrong setting, and it just did a whole... I spent like 30 minutes talking about something, and it was like, seriously? I'm so pissed off about it. It's like, seriously? I was gonna read through the video, but I'm fuming. Well, not really, but angry enough to be the perfect time to do my other video idea. And I'm trying to think of what to call this. I want to call it Haterade. Mainly because I hate that word so much. And if I'm gonna make a video, or maybe even a series of videos about things I hate, why not call it something I hate? I mean, I probably wouldn't end up doing that, but I'll come up with something. But yeah, this is going to be a series, maybe. Depends how this episode goes. Well, about things I hate. Oh, I actually can do. I can do part of my old video. I'm going to talk about the things I hate about being a guy. First things first, testicles. They hurt. They're uncomfortable. And they just never sit in your pants right. Well, last part's kind of exaggeration, but not entirely. I mean, no offense, but you girls have it semi-lucky. I mean, if I bled for a week straight, I would probably die. But at least you don't have a protrusion in your pants. It's like... Okay, I have no good comparison. But if I know how much of a bother it is, definitely when you're young and you get random boners. Uncomfortable. Just, you gotta end up adjusting yourself, which you cannot do discreetly, I might add. You can try, you might think you are, but everyone sees it. You see it. Whatever God you believe in sees it. Oh, because you see it. That part was stupid. That person at the other end of the room sees it. Somehow your principal sees it. You're not in high school anymore. You can't hide it. I mean, I went through this whole story about when I was in high school, which I think I'm just going to speed through right now. I was in English class. We were doing a DOL, daily oral language. And, it was one of those things where someone gets called up to correct sentence on the board. And then they'd pass on the marker. Well, one day it was my turn. Guess what? I was young. Random boner. I had to go up and correct the sentence. I was lucky. I was wearing a sweatshirt. I'm hoping it was hidden. See, here's the thing. And nobody will bring it up if they do see it. So I have no idea if it worked. I don't know. People saw. Might have. I hope not. But could have. What else? Then there's dating. We have to ask the girl out. I was that way. For some reason. So many people say, it's the 21st century. The woman can't. The girl can ask the guy out. It's like, yes, they can. But they don't. Ever. I had this girl pretty much begging me to ask them out once. No, don't get me wrong. It was mutual. I wanted to go out with them. I am socially awkward, so I'll get out. And I didn't want to take the chance that I was reading them wrong, and maybe they were just really friendly. I mean, because I've had that mistaken before. I'm just being really friendly, and they think I'm flirting with them. I mean, so I didn't want to be mistaken. It's like, seriously, they want to go out with me so badly. I'm too socially awkward to do it. Why didn't they just say something? Like, I mean, seriously, anything. Oh, at least give me a solid enough idea that you want to go out with me. Then at least I know what I have to do. No, you won't. It's always the guy asking the girl. Oh, what else is there? And there's paying. I'm not the richest person in the world. I can always afford to people. You know, I can afford myself. Occasionally, I can spring for the whole bill. But I can't do it every single time. I'm not saying you should pay for me. No, I'm saying... Wow, what's that saying? Going Dutch? You know, pay for ourselves. I mean, isn't the point to be together in the first place? Then, why does it matter who pays? And then when you're an adult, let's say you're married. I'm not about to say. It's both your money anyways. I mean, seriously, it's like the guys writing the check for dinner, which is coming out of their joint bank account. Don't know what to consider that, but what's the point of him paying for it if it's coming out of a joint bank account? Alright, society saying we can't cry. Well, we can't have many emotions that we can't get overly excited. We can't... I'm gonna go with cry, because, good story for that. Okay, I thought my nose really itches. There you go. My dad was in the hospital this last summer. And it was sad. It was... He didn't have much of a chance. And... I cried, okay? I did. You would too. But I couldn't do it out in front of people. You know how awkward it is that you just have to hand something off that you're carrying? I don't remember what it was I was holding. I think it was McDonald's because we'd been there for like 2 days straight. We were getting hungry. I could be mistaken. It could have been something else. I don't remember. I had to hand this off, just make some excuse to go to the bathroom. So I could lock myself in a stall and cry. I shouldn't have had to do that. I mean, today people are a bit more understanding. I mean, my uncle came in to make sure I was alright. He figured out what I was doing, but you know, it's a bit better now, but still. Why can't we show emotion? Why? And this is the fact, what about short guys? So I know I'm spewing, but I'm kind of angry. Again, I just spent 30 minutes of my time pretty much wasted. I don't even know if I kept the messed up video. I was going to and just like doing like my camera messed up, but I might have deleted it in my haste to get this camera fixed. Well, not fixed, you know, back to normal. So yeah, I'm short. I'll admit, I'm only 5'4". I'm short. And that's never a good thing. Statistics show short guys are viewed as less attractive. We don't get the better jobs if we're competing with a taller person. We're paid less. If you're a guy and you're short, you're screwed pretty much. I mean, with girls, no. And I'm not saying being girls is easy. I'm not saying that in the slightest. I want to get the right. I kept apologizing in the previous video, which is maybe a good thing. I have to redo it. And maybe I was being too apologetic about it. I mean, people when they do this type of video, and I know they've done it before, and I know quite a few people have done it. They always gotta be so politically correct. Make sure that you're not misunderstood. Which is why I'm doing this series about just anger. So, and then is the point we gotta be buff. Yeah, I get it. Girls, you have issues. You have to, be thin, wear makeup. But most things that are wrong that we view as unattractive on a woman, which sometimes the women find things unattractive, we don't. I mean, some guys like the girl to be shorter than them. True. Also, other guys like tall women. I personally don't give a fuck. Pardon my language. What else? It's, you can have too small of boobs, too big of boobs. It's like, seriously? I mean, yes, I get it. Boobs, they're a problem. But technically, can be changed via surgery or something like that. I mean, it's expensive and not many people can afford to do it. Well, unless you go to California, that seems like every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Scratch that, every Sue, Jane, and Sally. So, sometimes I could not think of a third generic girl's name. That was weird. It has one. It's like, okay, guys, things are weird. If people find unattractive about us, not so easy to fix. One, we could have a small dick. I'm not saying if I do or if I don't. I mean, it's really none of your business. But we could, not really much we can do about it. I mean, I think I heard on a show, like 6 years ago, a show called Mansters. Apparently there's a surgery that had like an inch, or inch and a half or something like that. It's like, okay, that's the most we can do. So, it's about like, semi-adjustable. I mean, given that surgery also makes our, non-functional for a bit. Not, if a guy has that, it's because he's trying to impress a girl, not scare her away by like, I'm gonna have surgery to change my dick size. It's like, that's just gonna creep a girl out. It's gonna be like, how insecure was he about that? How was it? It's a problem. But that's nothing. There's nothing to make me taller. I'd love to be taller. I'd love to be buff, but not happening. I've got this weird health issue. Someday if I would decide to get more personal about myself, not just my opinions on here, I might explain my whole health deal, but at this point, leave it at I can't build muscle mass at all. I mean, to a point, but nowhere near where I'd be considered tone or something like that. So it's a pain. I mean, I can't be buff. How hard I try. Let's say a girl is overweight. I don't think it's a problem, but some of the more superficial guys, they do. So there are diets you can go on. Again, it's different for everyone. I know you have a thyroid problem. I mean, if that's the case, it would be a bit difficult. Imagine go on, and probably should go on because of the bad thyroid mess with your metabolism, which in the long run do some damage. But overall, manageable. I mean, all else fails again, surgery. Make it go out. Now, a guy's being overweight. I mean, to an extent, yeah, but not as big of a problem, is it? Which I guess is one of the good things about being a guy. We're allowed to get beer belly. So I guess being a guy isn't all that bad. Let's think, I think even if there were surgeries to fix these things, we can't get them. Why? Because society says we can't be insecure. We're guys. We're supposed to be yes, me man, me eat meat, me like boobs. We're not like that. We are every bit as messed up in the head as a girl, except we can't show it. I'd love to show it. I'd love to, if something was bothering me, I would love to be able to break down and cry. I can't. But that's been too many years drilling into my brain that men don't cry. Because they do. But I'm not, I just, I'm off center. I mean, we don't have as many physical issues as girls. I mean, like, if you're a woman who has big boobs, it can cause you back problems, and there's, like, again, no bleeding month to month thing. I mean, I'm sounding really immature about that, but it's not because it doesn't gross me out like it does a lot of guys. It's just, I don't know that much about it, and I have no need to learn. Maybe if someday I have a daughter, if I'm like a single father or something, someday maybe I'll bother learning. But, no. I know it's a miserable time. I knew with one of my ex-girlfriends that chocolate helped for some reason. God, she was such a stereotype when it came to that. Angry at me? Chocolate bar. I always kept a spare chocolate bar because it was so easy to fix a problem. I said something stupid, chocolate. Hey, I'm forgiven. Seriously. It's a stupid stereotype, and she went with it. I mean, I know girls who hate chocolate. You need to go for the stereotype that made everything better. It's like, really? Ugh. And then there's all men are predators. Every time a man talks to a woman, we want to fuck them. It's like, no, we don't. We just want to talk. I mean, if it leaves that, I mean, I'm kidding, but sometimes we do just want to talk. They always assume we're gonna sexually harass you. And the least try to get you to go on a date with us. Like, no. Quite frankly, it's insulting. Back in high school, I'd walk up to people because I didn't really know anyone. I'm socially awkward. I still don't know how to start a conversation with someone. But I'll talk about that in an episode where I talk about what I hate about myself. Maybe welcome to the next episode. Don't know. Oh yeah, so I'm socially awkward. So I tried going up to talk to a girl, and I'm just a nice person. So it was often a compliment. Maybe on their hair or something like that. Apparently, you compliment a girl means you're hitting on them. Or flirting. Which got me into trouble. Because, not a lot of trouble. I'd be like, I had a girlfriend. I was just like, if I walked up to this girl, I was like, you look nice. They had a nice, I think there was this one girl who had a really nice purse. Yeah, and I was like, huh. So I complimented her on her purse. My intention was to find out where she got it so I could get one for my girlfriend, but nope. I assumed I was hitting on her. Then there's time my girlfriend thought I was hitting on some girl because I was being nice because they were having a really hard day. They were another friend of mine. And they were having a really hard day. So I was just like, you need some comfort. You feel really low. I'm gonna boost your self-esteem. I mean, the friend knew what I was doing. My girlfriend got pissed off at me because she thought I was hitting on my friend. It's like, no. Quite frankly, ew. I mean, she wasn't unappealing. She was just like, I program. You know how it is when you have a friend for so many years. It's like, friend zoned. Then girls don't just friends from guys. Guys can do the same thing. Which is where this was. One last topic, which is not that bad. It's like friends with benefits. Everyone thinks that a guy would love that. No, not really. I mean, yes, maybe a hormonally imbalanced teenage boy. Yes, he probably would. I probably would have back then too. I mean, a mature, intelligent guy would realize that is a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. Well, thanks for watching episode 1 of Haterade, or whatever I end up calling this video, or this series. Now have a good night, and I will see you later. it's daytime. I just realized it's daytime. I mean, I knew it's daylight, but normally I record at night, so I should come up with a new intro. I mean, outro. In case I'm doing this. Meh, I like it. I mean, I'm Marcus Knight. Which, annoying, I want to be catchier with my name. Because my name is supposed to be spelled N-I-G-H-T, like the word night. But I made a Facebook profile. It wouldn't take my name. So I had to misspell it. I had to go K-N-I-T-E. Because it was the only way I could get the word night to show up and recognize as a name. I mean, seriously. I know a lot of people with last name Knight. I mean, obviously, outside of, the obvious, I knew other people. And somehow they got Facebook to say Knight. I don't know, maybe it was a recent update after I tried to make one. Right before, but I couldn't do it. So I thought, okay, I'll make the account with fake name and then change it. Nope. Well, let me change it. So when I got around to making the YouTube account, no, I could have called it Knight, probably, N-I-G-H-T, but I didn't try because I thought, if I'm gonna be consistent, I'm going to need to misspell it here too. It's like, there are millions of names and words. What did Facebook get the right to assume Knight isn't a last name? It is. It's kind of common. Alright. Well, I went ranting a bit more. Again, good night, and I will see you all later.